He wrote, "The people of Britain have had enough of a tyrannical police state." And you can see there he was tweeting along with a survey, a petition that the government would be obliged to take up. Elon Musk trolling knows no bounds and no borders. Lately, he's been turning his ire here at the Labour, the sort of center-left government here in Britain, particularly its Prime Minister, Keir Starmer.
Tesla CEO, ex-owner, and SpaceX founder has his sights set across the pond on British politics.
Now, that petition, which had 1 million signatories when Elon Musk retweeted that, it now has 2 million and climbing. So it looks like it's at least going to have to be maybe discussed.
Elon Musk, the tech billionaire known for his controversial tweets, has just dropped a bombshell about Angela Rayner. In a shocking live TV interview, Musk revealed a secret that could shake the very foundations of British politics. What did Musk uncover about Rayner's past? How will this revelation impact her political career and the Labour Party? Stick around as we unpack this explosive story and its potential consequences for the future of UK politics. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Elon Musk's appearance on the Graham Norton show was supposed to be a light-hearted affair, filled with banter about his latest tech ventures and quirky anecdotes. But as the conversation meandered through various topics, no one could have predicted the bombshell that was about to drop. Graham Norton, known for his ability to put guests at ease.
Well, one of the challenges we face because of the Conservatives crash the economy and the situation we're going to inherit is that we won't be able to reverse everything that the Conservatives have done over the last 13 years. The house building that I'm proposing at the start of conference that we'll be announcing more this week is about actually giving people secure futures and making sure that we can tackle things like child poverty. But we've had 13 years of Conservative failure, a crashed economy, so we're going to inherit a very difficult programme if we were lucky enough to win the next general election, and therefore we're realistic about what we're able to achieve, but we will change Britain for the better.
Innocently asked Musk about his thoughts on British politics. It was a throwaway question, intended to elicit a chuckle or two about the chaos of Westminster. But something in Musk's demeanour changed. His eyes narrowed, and he leaned forward in his chair, a mischievous glint dancing in his eyes. "You know, Graham," Musk began, his voice low and measured, "I've always been fascinated by the inner workings of politics, especially when it comes to financial matters." The studio audience shifted in their seats, sensing that something was amiss. Musk continued, "And speaking of finances, I've recently come across some rather interesting information about one of your rising political stars, Angela Rayner." The name drop sent a ripple through the crowd. Angela Rayner, the deputy leader of the Labour Party, had been making waves with her fiery speeches and working-class background. But what could Elon Musk, of all people, know about her that wasn't already public knowledge? Musk paused, seemingly weighing his words carefully. "I've learned that early in her career, Ms. Rayner was involved in a rather questionable financial scheme. Nothing illegal, mind you, but certainly eyebrow-raising for someone who positions herself as a champion of the working class."
We'll know somebody at the moment who is trapped either in rented accommodation or they're in, substandard accommodation or they're in temporary accommodation because we don't have the social housing we need in this country.
Well, yes, you say you want decent homes for everybody, but you're the one that decided that Labour Lords should vote against the government's nutrient neutrality plans, which they claim would have seen 100,000 new homes built.
To get around the table to make that happen, we put an amendment down which could have delivered on the programme. The government weren't listening. We don't believe that you have to wreck our environment to deliver the homes. We can do both of those things.
The studio fell silent as Musk elaborated. He claimed that Rayner had been part of a group of junior MPs who had invested in a series of offshore tax havens. These investments, while technically legal, allowed them to shelter significant amounts of money from taxation. The kicker? This was happening at the same time Rayner was publicly calling for stricter regulations on tax avoidance. Graham Norton, usually quick with a quip, was momentarily speechless. The audience's silence was deafening as they processed the gravity of the accusation. Musk, seemingly aware of the bomb he'd just dropped, leaned back in his chair with a satisfied smirk. As the shockwaves rippled through the studio, one couldn't help but wonder, how did Elon Musk, a tech billionaire from across the pond, come across this information? And more importantly, what would be the fallout for Angela Rayner and the Labour Party? As the dust settled from Elon Musk's bombshell revelation, journalists wasted no time in digging deeper into Angela Rayner's financial history. What they uncovered was a tangled web of investments and business dealings that painted a very different picture of the Labour Party's rising star. The carefully crafted image of a working-class hero was about to be put to the test. One of the first discoveries was Rayner's involvement in a series of property investments that raised eyebrows among financial experts. While not illegal, these investments seemed to fly in the face of her public stance on affordable housing. Political analyst Dr. Sarah Thompson commented, "It's a classic case of do as I say, not as I do." Rayner's property portfolio doesn't exactly scream champion of the working class. But the property investments were just the tip of the iceberg. As reporters delved further, they uncovered a network of shell companies linked to Rayner's name. These entities, registered in tax havens like the Cayman Islands and Jersey, appear to have been used to channel funds from various business ventures. The irony of a politician who had vocally criticised tax avoidance schemes being associated with such practices was not lost on the public. Perhaps the most damaging revelation came in the form of a lucrative consulting contract Rayner had signed early in her political career. The contract, worth a six-figure sum, was with a multinational corporation known for its aggressive tax optimization strategies. This discovery led to uncomfortable questions about Rayner's true allegiances and whether her public persona was nothing more than a carefully constructed facade. As the story unfolded, political commentators began to dissect the potential impact on Rayner's credibility. James O'Brien, a popular radio host, didn't mince words. This isn't just about financial missteps, it's about trust. How can voters believe in someone who preaches one thing and practices another? The Labour Party found itself in a difficult position. While some members rushed to defend Rayner, others distanced themselves, fearing the fallout could tarnish the entire party's image. Shadow Chancellor Rachel Reeves issued a cautious statement saying, "We take these allegations seriously and are conducting an internal review. The Labour Party remains committed to transparency and accountability." Public opinion, once firmly in Rayner's favour, began to shift dramatically. Social media was ablaze with discussions, memes, and calls for her resignation. A snap poll conducted by YouGov showed a significant drop in Rayner's approval ratings, with 62% of respondents saying their trust in her had been severely damaged. As this scandal unfolds, we're left grappling with a sobering reality. How well do we truly know the politicians who claim to represent our interests? Angela Rayner's carefully crafted image as a champion for the working class now lies in tatters, exposing the stark disconnect between public persona and private actions. It's a wake-up call for voters across the UK, a reminder that we must demand genuine transparency from those in power. But let's not kid ourselves. This isn't just about Rayner, it's a symptom of a deeper rot in our political system. How many other MPs are hiding similar skeletons in their closets? The public's trust has been shattered, and rightfully so. As James O'Brien pointed out, this goes beyond mere financial missteps. It strikes at the very heart of political integrity. The fallout from this revelation will undoubtedly reshape the political landscape. Voters are now left to question every statement, every promise made by their representatives. It's a stark reminder that in the world of politics, actions speak far louder than words. The challenge now lies in rebuilding trust and ensuring that those who claim to serve the public are held to the highest standards of accountability.